Hi guys, I'm Megan and welcome to the, oh that was weird. Hi, I'm Megan and welcome to the Figure Skating Heart. This is a channel devoted to all things figure skating. So the Grand Prix of Russia was this past weekend, and the skate that really stands out for me the most would be Caitlin Weaver and Andrew Poget, the Canadian ice dance team. I really love them. I've loved them for years actually, but I find in the past couple years I've really started to become a really big fan. I loved their program, their free skate from not last season but the season before. It was done to a French song sung by Lara Fabian, and it was beautiful. It really, I think actually it made sort of a lot of people take notice of them. And then last year they had a lot of struggles, and they were able to come back for Worlds, which was really impressive. And yeah, I just love them. I find their skating really inspiring, and I feel like, I don't know, they're really personable, and in interviews you kind of get a sense of who they are, and that really, I don't know, that really helps when watching figure skaters. I love the like little segments that you'll see during a competition when they talk about a skater and you like get to maybe see where they train, or they do a little piece about the music that they've picked, and I love those. I used to do a lot of those years ago, and I find them really like nice because you kind of get to know who you're watching. And I mean, it just follows that if you know them, then of course you're going to root for them more, and if you know about why they chose that program, it makes the program more special. So yeah, anyway, back to Caitlin and Andrew. I think that their free skate this season is really powerful. It's a tango, and they really pull it off. I find it's sort of got a real intensity, and it's kind of one of those programs that you don't really want to look away because there's little moments throughout that you don't want to miss. And the other thing I noticed about them was their lifts in this free skate. Sometimes I find with other couples, other ice dance teams, sometimes the lifts are almost a little like hectic looking. I know they're trying to get a lot of points and stuff, but like, I don't know, the girls are spinning all around and then all of a sudden it's over. You don't really even know what you just saw. But I find with Caitlin and Andrew, the lifts really are highlights and add to the program and sort of suit the theme, and it doesn't feel like they're just doing crazy spins and crazy positions just for the points. It suits them and it suits the program, and so I really love it. I can't wait to see it at Canadians because I feel like every time out it's just going to get better and better, and I really would love to see them go to the Olympics. So anyway, that was sort of the skaters that stood out for me. There was one other skater I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, there was a young Russian guy that I saw him for the first time, and it wasn't as though his skate was fabulous or anything, but I kind of took notice and I thought, I'd like to see him in years to come. So I kind of got that little, maybe I'm seeing somebody that I'm really going to like down the road. His name was Maxine. No, I can't remember his last name. I can't remember anything. Anyway, Maxine something skated to a really classical piece. And he had a lot of quads planned, which didn't always turn out, but there's something about him that I sort of took notice. So I'll be interested to see what happens with him in years to come, if he's able to really fulfill that potential that I kind of feel like is there. So that was interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, what else? This past weekend there was the Musselman's family figure skating tribute, or family tribute on ice. And I've seen it before in years past. There's always some sort of incarnation. It's normally hosted by Christy Yamaguchi, and it was again. And it's just really cute. I love seeing I just love seeing the skaters, but it's really fun to see their families. And like, especially if they do little like numbers with them. And I don't know, it's just neat to see it. And Kurt Browning was there with his wife, Sonia Rodriguez, who's so gorgeous. And their two sons. And it was a really sweet piece that they did on the ice, and they were at Kurt and his wife were at a restaurant, and their two little sons were waiters, and it was really well done and really fun. And of course, I mean, Kurt Browning's always doing something fun, and I loved it. And the other thing that I loved seeing was two of the figure skaters, their children are actually a little bit older, like in their teen years, and they're actually like really good skaters now, so that's really cool to see. Isabel Brasseurs' daughter, and then Ekaterina Gordieva, her younger daughter. They're both really blossoming into really wonderful skaters. So I mean, you never know, you might see them on a bigger stage in the future, and it's sort of neat to see, like, it's just like the talent sort of just beginning and blossoming. So, and there was one moment where one other thing was John Zimmerman and his wife Sylvia Fontaine, and they have their kids there, and at one point John was standing by the edge and Sylvia just she skated out on her own, and it was, I don't know, something about it, it just felt like, it just reminded me of why skating is so awesome, because she just seemed free and alive. Just something about the way she like tore down the ice and just floated, not floated, but it felt like she was floating, do you know what I mean? Like, and just, I don't know, I just felt like in that moment she just looked so free and alive, and I can remember feeling that way on the ice myself, not that I look that way, but like, just when you're gliding and you feel like you've got some speed, and it's, I don't know, it's just, it's a really beautiful moment. So I kind of took notice of that and thought, yeah, this is why skating is such an awesome thing for anybody to do, even if you don't do it professionally or don't even do it well. Hello, that's me. It's still something that can be a part of your life and something that can be really meaningful when you're on the ice. And of course, us professional fans out there who adore it, it can really be something special to follow and watch on TV, and if you're lucky enough, go and see a figure skating event live. So now that Cup of Russia's in the books, we have our skaters all booked for the Grand Prix final, which should be amazing. Really, really looking forward to that. That's going to be in the beginning of December. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. Can't wait to see Patrick again, and yeah, I'm really excited to see Daisuke Takahashi. He's also one of my favorite skaters. So it was, oh, I think it was Grand Prix of Japan. He kind of got his quads back a little bit, and he's been struggling with those. And man, I know, I'm always talking about how I love all skaters, but I just tend to want to talk about the ones that I love. I don't want to come on here and talk about skaters that don't really resonate with me, but I love Daisuke Takahashi. I love his musicality. I love his, I don't know, everything, his look. I really look forward to him. There's just some skaters that you root for, and you know, it's different for everybody, and sometimes it's a personality thing or a style thing, or maybe you've seen them in an interview and they come off really nice or really funny or quirky or something that really, you know, speaks to you, and then you start watching them and you kind of invest, you know what I mean? You invest in your favorite skaters. So even when they're having bad skates, it's still, like if you see one of the skaters that you love have a bad skate compared to a skater that just, you know, you don't really think much about it, it's so different. Like when I saw Javier Fernandez was skating at Cup of Russia, and he didn't really have a very good long program. He fell on some quad attempts, and I love Javier because he's so charming. There's something, I mean, I think Kurt and the other announcer were talking about how charming he is, but he is charming. In interviews he's charming, and his programs tend to be really charming. So it was like almost hard to watch him not doing well. Like you feel for him so much. I like his long program. I think I like his long program from last year a little better, but maybe because I haven't seen this one, it's more of like he's wearing a tie. It's like a spy theme, I think. I haven't seen it skated super well yet, so I'm still on the fence about it. But yeah, his, I mean, obviously he's in good hands with his coach, Brian Orser, who, well, I have a story. Well, okay, I'll tell you my story about Brian Orser quickly. Well, yeah, I guess I will if you want to hear it. So it's not really even a story. I don't know. It's not a big deal. But whenever I see Brian Orser, I always think about this. Years and years ago, when I was probably, I don't know, 12 or something like that, many years ago, I got this parcel in the mail, which was pretty exciting, and I opened it up, and it was from my uncle, who I'd probably seen twice in my whole life, and it basically said, I heard Megan likes figure skating. I ran into Brian Orser in the post office, and here's his autograph. And it was like this really old, I don't have it here with me, but it's this really old figure skating book, probably from the 80s, and a picture of Brian Orser and a signature. Now, I don't know how my uncle even knew who Brian Orser was, or if it really was Brian Orser, but it looked like his signature, and I don't know if he like accosted him in the, well, I mean, he didn't accost him, but I don't know if he really bothered him in the post office, or why my uncle had this old book, or what happened, but I was beyond thrilled, and I believe to this day that I had Brian Orser's autograph. I believe it. Anyway, so that's my fun little story about Brian, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. Nobody actually watched my last episode because nobody actually knows I exist on YouTube, but I'm still going to keep making these, and one day somebody's going to watch them, and yeah, I'll keep on going because I love talking about figure skating, even if I'm just talking to myself. That's okay. Well, that's it for me. See you next week. Can't wait for the Grand Prix final. Okay, bye.